As I was leaving work today, the Yu-Gi-Oh database updated to add all 5 remaining cards from Alliance Insight. We have 2 monsters to look at, 2 spells, and a trap card, so let's take a look at them and let's talk about them. First up, we have Brain Controller. It's a level 1 Dark Psychic Tuner effect monster with a 100 attack and 200 defense. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Brain Control from your deck to your hand. If you pay life points, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field that has a level and declare a level from 1 to 8. It becomes the declared level. If this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can special summon it to your opponent's field in defense position, but its effects are negated. In my opinion, this card's actually really useful because you can pair it with Emergency Teleport, so you can summon it out to get your Brain Control, so you're going 1 for 2 to get 2 card advantage, and then be able to take something that was normal or special summoned from the deck, which is very good. It's been a while since I read Brain Control, especially with the errata, because it's like one of those things that pop up and it really doesn't see much play anymore since then, because Mind Control is better, Change of Heart's better, Talents is better, and with Brain Control, the errata is very interesting for what they did. Pay 800, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls that could be normal summoned or set. Take control of that target until the end phase. This could be very useful. But against what? I guess you have Flundries that you could use it against, but that people really don't play that much anymore. Let's see here. We have Labyrinth that could be good against. Technically Yubel as well. Oh, that's actually very strong against Memento, realistically, being able to take their lower level monsters. Voice, oh, this card kind of just can get around Voiceless if you can destroy or remove the barrier. So there are options that you could use it against, but still, with the errata version of Brain Control, it's not as useful as it once was, especially back then, and I feel like that they should revert few of the erratas, especially nowadays, because a lot of them don't really do much to what the card used to do. Like, Brain Control could be unerrated in my opinion, same for Sinister Serpent and Goyo Guardian, but alas, we had to wait and see if they will ever do that. So after Brain Controller, we have a level 6 Dark Spellcaster in Bomber Place. It is a effect monster with 1350 attack and 2400 defense. Once per chain, quick effect, you can pay 600 life points and activate one of these effects. If you control monsters of each level from 1 to 6, choose 1 face-up monster your opponent controls that has a level and destroy all other monsters they control with an equal level, rank, or link rating. Or you can choose 1 monster you control and that has a level and destroy all monsters in its column with an equal level, rank, or link rating. This is a very, very hard card to pull off because you need level 1 through 6 in all 6 of your zones. So realistically, this is going to be your 6. You're going to have a 1, and that means you have to find a synchro or fusion that is between the 2 all the way up to 5, and then fill in those other spaces later. Overall, it's an interesting card for sealed type formats, so I could see this being something used in a draft format maybe, but honestly, I'm not too sure. After that, we're going to be looking at Do It Early, Do It Together. It is another lore extension off of Impapa's Footsteps, as we've saw from, I think it was in Rage of the Abyss. But if you do not have Do It Early, Do It Together in your graveyard, banishment, and face-up field, banish the top 7 cards of your deck face down. Your opponent banishes the 7 cards from their extra deck and or their deck face down. So we literally printed a Diabolosis the Mind Hacker on a spell card with a huge cost of banishing the top 7 cards face down. If a Rise Heart was still legal, this card would be absolutely useful in the Kashtira matchup, because what you would do, you just keep attaching it into the Arise Heart, and that would make it where, oh, I don't have it face up on the field, banishment, or graveyard. So you can activate multiples of these throughout the whole game, and it's not a hard once per turn. So with Kashtira Arise Heart, you can essentially loop 21 cards from your opponent's deck or extra deck by getting rid of a lot of cards in your deck. Honestly, this card could be really stupid, but alas, we had to wait and see what OCG does with this. I could see it being used in something like Nimerelia or Gren Maju, because they like banishing face down to gain advantage. After that, we have 7-star Sky Style Bato Jutsu Hagun? I think that's how you pronounce it. Quick play spell card. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Target one face-up monster you control. Equip one level 7 monster from your hand or deck with the same type but a different name to it as an equipped spell that gives it 700 attack, but return that equipped card to the hand during the end phase. And then effect number 2, when your opponent's level or rank 8 or higher monsters destroyed by battle while this card is in the graveyard, you could add this to your hand. So my first thought that I thought of when I read this card was running in Kashtira. So let's say you summon out Fenrir, your Fenrir gets negated, you can activate this, equip a Kashtira Unicorn from it, normal summon out Arise Heart, use the effect, banish something like a Birth or Theosis, and banish top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, overlay the 2 into whatever rank 7 you want. The Kashtira Unicorn drops off, and then you can activate Birth to reburn the Unicorn. So, in my opinion, this could be a really useful card in certain decks. I also thought you could run it maybe if there's a level 7 Fire Warrior monster in Infernoble Knight. But that is one thing I still need to look into. But overall, this could be a really interesting tech. It also works with Regenesis, being able to get to your Regenesis monsters in the graveyard. So there's a lot of actual utility for this. You could use it in Dragon Ruler, you can use it in Dragon Maid, you can use it in quite a bit of decks. So honestly, I really like this generic spell card. It does a lot for random niches that decks really don't have that niche for. After that, let's look at Abduction. It's a normal trap card, and you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Banish one monster from your deck or extra deck with the same original type, attribute, and level, rank, or link rating. And if you do, take control of it, but if you banish a monster with the same original name, negate the taken monster's effects. So this is a very interesting card to utilize against extra deck mechanics. Being able to banish, like if they summon out of Fiendsmith sequence, you can go, oh, I activate this, target the sequence, banish a sequence for my extra deck, and I get to take control of it. And your effect gets negated, so you lose out on a fusion summon. This is actually a really interesting normal trap card because we haven't had something like this for a little bit. And I like how they're dealing with original type attributes and level rank link ratings now, compared to what they were doing before of just a blanket negate. But overall, these 5 generic cards are very interesting. A couple of them are good, a few of them are interesting, to say the least. But I wanted you guys think about these 5 final cards for Alliance Insight, as in my opinion, Brain Controller is the highlight of them, and honestly, I cannot wait to see what else there is to come in the future after this set releases from Justice Hunters and even Duelist Advance. But anyways, I have been Bolt Spider. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next video.